welcome back to the Chatverse. Guest starring Annie. Just gonna take a nap now. So, welcome back. If you're new here, welcome. Hi. Yeah. I don't know why I paused. Welcome. And hello. Yeah. We're glad you're here, and we hope you stay. So, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Turn on those notifications so then you know when we upload. Mm-hmm. And you're not going, I wonder when Chatverse is uploading a new video.
And we upload on Thursdays, so that's the day we upload. Mm-hmm. The times sometimes change, but it's usually either 11:30 or 3:30. So we will always usually let you know if there's a time change. So
yes. We are talking about today superheroes.
Yes.
That's why.
Let's go.
That's why you could see our apparel. I have a Winter Soldier on, and she's got Superman. DC and Marvel.
There we go.
No. I know Mr. Sebastian Stan gets very mad about DC. But, anyways, so we're gonna hop into the video. Hello. We're talking about superheroes, as you can see. Like we said before, that's what our topic is. So there's a couple questions that we're going to discuss pertaining to superheroes. So let's dash into that. I don't know. I was trying to make a clever superhero pun, and it didn't work well. So I don't have, like, a mega mind, like, mega mind. Yeah. Which superhero movie / TV show is your favorite? Is the first question.
Okay. So for TV shows, I am a huge Smallville fan, and I know a lot of you out there probably don't know what Smallville is because it's been off the air for 10 years now. Smallville was on from 2001 to 2011 with Tom Welling as Clark Kent, and it was all about Clark Kent before Superman, and it was amazing. They had a great cast. That is how I got hooked on to Superman, and the show's awesome. I still think that it is, very high on the list of superhero shows compared to all the other ones that are out, because that kind of paved the way when you think about it, because that was on the WB that turned into CW, and now the CW is the central area for all of the superhero shows. The Flash came for me after that as my favorite superhero TV show. Not gonna lie, I'm a huge Flash fan still. I just feel like in most recent seasons, it hasn't been as good. And honestly, that's what happened in Smallville too. A lot of shows, when they've been on the air a long time, when they get towards, a certain season, then they run out of ideas or storylines aren't as great. Because I remember it happened with Smallville. After a certain season, it wasn't that great. But The Flash, that was another one that I really enjoy. Yes, I do watch other superhero TV shows. Superman and Lois, actually, is the one that I'm currently on, and I'm hooked. That's on the CW. They're rebooting the Superman franchise on the CW with that, and I really like this one. For movies, my top... because I'm a big Iron Man and Captain America fan, so those are my two top ones with them. My favorite Captain America movie is Winter Soldier. It has nothing to do with Sebastian Stan. Has nothing to do. I'm actually serious. Has nothing to do with it. It's just.
He was in the first one too. So.
Yeah.
People always graze over that.
Winter Soldier.
Who the heck is Bucky?
That whole storyline, how they brought him into it, was really good. But there's so much good parts of that movie.
Mm-hmm.
When they're going and they go back to one of the base camps, and then there's so much good stuff in it that it's so high on the list.
Mm-hmm.
And parts of it was filmed in Cleveland, so that's the other part that's really cool. Iron Man, I really love all of them. I know people crap on some of them. And the Avengers, that's another one of mine. So yeah, that's just dusting the surface, I guess you could say.
There's like so many that you could say.
Mm-hmm.
TV show wise, superhero. I do watch Arrow, and it's DC. I tend to watch Marvel, but that is one of the DC things that I do enjoy. So I do like that series. Movie wise, I would say I do like the Avenger movies. Of course, it's gonna be more so Marvel because I did watch Man of Steel and it wasn't that great. I only watched it because of Henry Cavill.
Yeah, that's the thing with me with the superhero, like with the Superman movies and stuff. Like I didn't really like I didn't like the formatting or different stuff when they were doing that reboot of Superman that way.
Yeah. Besides, the first two Captain America movies. Obviously, I liked Winter Soldier, but it like you said, it wasn't really only just because of the reveal of Bucky coming back. It was because I enjoyed him in the 40s in the first one. Mm-hmm. So and it kind of was like he was like a side thing. Like you didn't really you were like, oh yeah, he's an interesting character, but it was more so about Cap that you were like those movies until like Winter Soldier. Then you had like a love-hate relationship with Bucky. And then as it further goes on, then you feel for Bucky because he goes through a lot. But
I feel so stupid. There's WandaVision and Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Those are considered TV shows. Oh man, I forgot for a second. I feel stupid because those were amazing and great.
Those are on Disney Plus. And then out of I do watch the Thor ones. Out of the Thor movies, my favorite one was Ragnarok. Because it just showed Chris Hemsworth's humor. Because he just ad-libbed a lot of that and improvised and stuff like that. So that one I liked the most out of the Thor movies. Yeah, but that's just scratching the surface because obviously I like other Marvel movies as well.
You're not going to bring certain thing up? I'm shocked.
Which one?
It's Spider-Man.
Oh,
with Tom. I was like, how is she not bringing this up?
Oh yeah, Tom Holland.
How are you not bringing
Peter Parker? Well, I mean, because I've only seen Homecoming. I haven't watched the other ones.
Oh, okay.
So, I mean, I enjoyed Homecoming a lot, but oh my god, and the scene where he's underneath all the rubble, I actually almost cried. I was like, oh my god, somebody help him. So, I mean, because I've talked about that before, I kind of was like,
okay. That was like,
that's
I was sitting over here shocked.
Scratching the surface. But yeah,
I was so shocked.
The thing is, too, because I was like, oh, somebody's going to be in the comments, you haven't watched all of the movies? No, I haven't. Because there's some that I need to catch up on, and I can't really watch Far From Home because it takes place after a certain thing, so I don't want to,
You're just opening a gateway now.
Yeah, go ahead, have at it in the comments. Tell me I'm a horrible...
Casual viewer of Marvel.
I'm a horrible Marvel fan. You're not a true fan. It's okay, guys. It's alright. I'll roast myself. I know, I haven't watched them. I haven't had time. Because some of them are 3-hour movies. I haven't had 3 hours to spare. I have other things in life to do. How dare you? You haven't watched Winter Soldier and Falcon. You haven't watched Loki. I don't really see the appeal of Loki.
I will just add, though, that what happens in Loki is going to affect the whole Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Yeah, why I said I don't see the appeal of Loki is people are just so attracted to Tom Hiddleston, and I don't really see it.
I wasn't really...
I'm going to get, like, just somebody's going to be in the comment section of here or TikTok yelling, what is wrong with you? Well, sorry.
For me, though, I don't really have an emotional attachment with Thor or any of that, that part. So... I mean, it was hard to get into watching Loki. Yeah. I know I needed to watch it because of that type of stuff. Of what the repercussions it makes.
Yeah.
In that, and I know, like, we talked about this on Stub Club in a bunch of details with some of that.
I mean, I'll watch it because it's a part of it, and obviously they all intertwine with each other. So obviously I'm gonna watch when I watch what I need to watch, then I'll watch those. Obviously, I'm gonna watch them, even if I don't see the, like, attraction to Loki. I mean, he is funny in some degree. Like, in Ragnarok, the interaction between him and Thor, like, it was hilarious.
I've only seen it once. I really can't remember him even really in it. That's how bad. Like, it was a couple of years ago. I watched it once and that's
And I mean, like, there's interactions between them, like, in Avengers movies that are very funny.
Mm-hmm. They were shot in Cleveland.
Yes. But I don't see that, like, I don't know. I'm not going to say any more because it's already going to be a disaster. But, yeah, I mean, I have to catch up on some stuff, and I'm going to, okay? I just have other things that go on that I can't sit there and watch a 3-hour movie. I'm an adult. I have other things I gotta do. I'm sorry. I will get around to seeing Sebastian with the short hair. I know. I feel like I've seen the show as is from TikTok. Like, the amount of...
I know.
Okay. We'll go to the next one.
Next question.
Yes. Did you read comics when you were a kid?
I did not.
The only comic I read was Captain Underpants.
Yeah, Captain Underpants.
Yeah, Captain Underpants.
That was such a huge
That was the only thing I read.
Yeah, I wasn't a comic
I didn't really read comics. Minus, like, you would read the, like, ones in the paper or something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I just never did
paper.
That.
What's that? The funny section. Gosh darn it. Yeah, they still make them. They still have them. But yeah, I didn't really read, like, comics, like, as in, like, Marvel comics or DC comics or anything like that.
Yeah, I never did any of that.
I don't know. I just preferred to watch superhero things than read them.
Same. I prefer to watch them.
Yeah. I just think you get the whole experience by watching it rather than reading
issue by issue by issue.
Yeah. Because you
That's
can
just
see...
us.
Yeah, I mean, to me, it's... I mean, I like reading and stuff, and I enjoy reading novels and stuff like that, but when it comes to the comics, I like to physically see, like, the author's vision come to life. Mm-hmm. So I'd rather watch it than read little, like, squares of things and try to, like...
Yeah, just with the quote bubbles going all over the place. Yeah.
Well, and those are confusing because it's like sometimes you're supposed to read this one first and that one. I always ended up reading the thing wrong. Mm-hmm. I don't know. In some comics, you have to read, like, they're made weird, so you have to start at the back of the book to the front of the book. It's weird. Yeah, they're weird. Who is your favorite and least favorite superhero?
Superman has been the longest running, so he is definitely at the top.
Yeah.
When it comes... See, like, I like the Flash, but... See, yeah, the Flash, but then there's also, like, Captain America and Iron Man. Mm-hmm. So that's really a toss-up. But I will definitely say... This whole thing with Deadpool, I cannot wrap my head around how much people love Deadpool and
I love that movie.
with Deadpool. I've never seen the first one.
It's hilarious.
I saw the second at a drive-in, and it was a miserable experience, say the least. I hated it. I had to sit through it. And, of course, that was, I think, the first movie before the second one. I don't, like, to me it was garbage. I'm sorry. And I know I have a lot of friends who love Deadpool. I did not like it at all.
I was just gonna get in the comment section, just like, I probably will. How I was with Loki and everything.
Yeah, but that's, like, a major thing on my list. Like...
I actually loved Deadpool, because I could not see anybody other than Ryan Reynolds playing Deadpool, because that is just basically Ryan's personality. Mm-hmm. It's his humor. Like, oh my god. I mean, yeah, it's like, some parts are extremely raunchy, but he's just, and it's like, it's gory, because obviously Deadpool can't die, like, you know, so, spoiler alert if you don't know Deadpool.
Yeah. The other one
he's a mix of a lot of the, oh my god, what are they? The X-Men.
Yeah.
I keep forgetting.
I've never watched any X-Men movies ever.
I watched the original ones. I
need to try to get into it, really, because I think that they're going to get brought into the Marvel Cinematic Universe. But the other thing is, I feel like people also have an obsession for the Joker. And I just don't. Like... How Heath Ledger was the Joker, and then Jared Leto. Was it Jared Leto one of them?
Yeah.
I don't like any of that stuff.
That role physically killed him. That's after that he died.
Because I know there's also the Riddler, who Jim Carrey played, but that's a whole other thing. Because
he went so dark into that character that he just, like, ended up fighting a lot of, like, inner demons, and that's when then he... You know.
Well, that's in a way too, like why not wanting to. I don't know, not really having.
He took his character home with him, and you, as an actor, like of course they take a part of them with them, but he took it really far with that character, and it's a sad situation that like actors say like you can't take your role entirely home with you, and he took it home with him, and it was not a good thing.
Yeah. And the same thing goes with, like, Suicide Squad. Like, everyone's kind of into that stuff now. Like, Harley Quinn is another thing that I don't get why people are obsessed over it.
I watched Aquaman. I didn't really care for it.
I don't think he's attractive. I don't. I've never watched it either.
It was because, like, he was in Game of Thrones. He played Khal Drogo. So I watched it because I was like, oh, well, it's on TV. I had nothing else to do, so I just watched that. But I should have been watching a Marvel movie. So my favorite and least favorite superheroes. So my favorite has always been Captain America. Ever since I started watching Marvel, like, Captain America has always been my favorite. Then I added in more that I like from Marvel, like Spider-Man. I said Superman, and I was like, that is not right. Spider-Man is like one of my... Annie, come here. One of my second favorites. And then, of course, I don't know... Because there's always that debate of Bucky, like, is he a super villain? Is he a superhero? Is he, like, turned superhero? To me, he's more now a superhero than a villain. So
I kind of like when I was bringing up the villains and stuff, I just feel like they're all thrown into one genre that I was like able to bring the stuff up.
Yeah. So I mean, he became another one of my favorites, and I do enjoy Thor for like his humor and stuff like that. Because he he kind of makes himself like be a dummy at the same time. So he's like, so I enjoy that. Least favorite, I don't really know, because I mean, I don't know. I really don't know that there's like any that I hate that much.
Or ones that you're not really into, or you think people make a big deal over.
I mean, like I said, I don't really see the appeal of Loki. I mean, he's funny to some extent, like I get it, but I've never really been so into that character to like totally understand that. But to each his own. But I guess maybe if I had to say a least favorite, he's like one of the least favorites, because I just don't really like have that much towards him.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's not like I dislike him, but I just don't feel much towards that character, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then, I don't know, I mean, there's, like, Ant-Man and stuff. It's the same kind of thing. I don't really feel much towards them.
Mm-hmm.
That, like, it's not that I dislike them or think they're, like, awful or anything like that. It's just, I don't really have anything to say about them that, like, really, like, captivates my attention. That I'm just like, oh, yeah, I love that character.
Well, that kind of, goes with the new Marvel movies that are going to be coming out.
Yeah.
I know everyone's all hyper about seeing that, was it Shang-Chi and the Ten Rings? Or, I forget what it's called.
I have no idea what that even is.
It comes out September 3rd. I'm not going to see it in theaters. Mm-hmm. I'm not really into Kung Fu movies because it's almost kind of like a Kung Fu superhero movie. I will see the Eternals.
First time hearing of it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's about. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't really have an appeal in that, so it's kind of like everyone's all excited about it, but I'm like,
you just don't really like feel anything towards it. It's not that you like are against it or hate it. But you don't really like. You can't be like, oh yeah, I love this or anything. Like, I could say like, oh yeah, I love Captain America. And have, like, emotion towards it, whereas, like, Loki, I'm just like, yeah, he's alright, you know? But I don't know. It's not, like, I don't know how to explain it. Hopefully you understood what I'm trying to say. Alright, so the last question of this video is, what superpower would you like to have?
I have multiple.
Yeah.
Like, what do you, like, for you, like, is there, because a superhero has multiple powers, so. Yeah.
That's why I'm just like, I don't know, when they say, like, would you like to have, like, one moment you could be like, well, I want invisibility, but then I also want to be able to, like, teleport, so that I can just end up where I want. I could think of a place and go there. You know, but there's times where you're like, okay, well, I don't want to be seen all the time. Like, I want to get in and out of the place.
Like I said, superheroes have multiple powers.
That's what I'm saying. So I'm like, invisibility, yeah, you'd want that. You'd want to be able to teleport. So teleportation, be like that. Or flight, whichever. But I think teleportation, you can just get there quicker than flying instead of being like, oh my god, what's that? You know, why is there a person flying? You can just be like, okay, I want to go to this location and then be there. And then I don't think I would really want to hear people's thoughts because I think that would be annoying. Constantly hear somebody talking, like, you know. So I don't know. Other than that, I mean, of course, you want like strength, I guess. Get some super soldier serum, I guess. Not the evil kind. Don't let Hydra get you.
See, when I saw this question, for me, I'm like, I want to have superpowers to solve the problems I have.
Okay.
So, I literally, this is like all thought out. I want to have speed. Not only physical speed, but speed thinking. So I have this problem where I like to jump so far ahead where I see the end result or the end product of like either making something or an issue in life and stuff that you skip everything and all you're thinking about is that end result.
Yeah.
And it hangs me up so badly. Like even like with the project, I'm like, but I just want to get to the end result. I don't want to deal with all the stuff that
in between.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yawning.
I don't want to deal with everything that takes you through all of that, and because it causes problems. So I want to be able to have speed to get to that end result faster, so that I really can work through everything to that. The other thing with the speed thinking is I'm very indecisive. So if you could think fast, it could help me with that indecisiveness.
Yeah.
The other one is controlling emotions. Emotions get the best of me and the best of all of us. So I would love it if I would be able to where you can just like turn off being happy or turn off being sad or be able to heighten or change around emotions, because that sometimes creates indecisiveness, so those can help with those things.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes it overwhelms you and takes over you, where, like sadness or being angry about stuff, and sometimes you literally cannot turn it off, and it gets bad, so I want that. The other one is the major problem is sleep. I want to be able to fall asleep like that whenever I want, wherever I am, because I have big issues of, a lot of times if I'm in different settings, I have a very hard time falling asleep. Sometimes even my own bedroom. Like recently, I'm having big, huge issues where it's taking me too long to fall asleep, and I haven't had that problem in years. So now I'm having that problem again, and it's making me mad. Because years ago, it would take me sometimes 2 hours to fall asleep at night. It sucked so bad. So
I'm thinking about superheroes most of the time. They fight crime at night, so I'm like, are they sleeping?
But then it's like, then you can fall, if you want to fall asleep during the day, you can just make yourself fall asleep.
I guess, yeah.
See, I'm thinking of things, I need problems to be solved in my life, and all of those would fix things for me and make things better and easier.
You could tell who realistically thought about this question and who was like, yeah, superhero. Let's do the bog standard versus I need this in my life.
I don't know. That's just what happened.
Yes.
I was too devoted to this question.
Yeah, I'm not even sure where to go from there. Yeah, so. But I mean, hey, we all have things. Because I was sitting here going, I'm like, Bucky doesn't sleep that much. He's haunted by what happened to him. I'm like thinking about like individual.
What about
characters.
making things disappear?
Oh yeah. They're like
things or people or
sometimes
buildings.
You just want to go to people.
Bye. That's what I'm saying. You need to think outside the box. Be creative.
Because I didn't really think of that question. You know, I was like writing down these questions for this video, and I was just like, I was kind of half-mindedly like thinking of them. And so I didn't
Katie, this is when you gotta use your creativity.
I didn't think too much about
outside
that final question because I was like more focused on the first like 3 questions that I didn't really. I was like, yeah, you know, you're always asked that as a kid, so it's like, and they always give you like, oh, do you want to be invisible or fly or this and that? So yeah.
That's the easy way out of this question.
But I didn't want to go. I want to delete this person. Sound like an absolute monster. Sometimes when people are talking, you want to just be like.
But when you're doing retail, you could delete customers.
Just put them on mute.
Think about.
Put somebody on mute. Be like, yeah, I can't hear you. You're muted. They're still talking, but nothing's coming out. Like you just want to mute people. Yeah. Or that's when teleportation could come in. In fact, if somebody's annoying you, I'd be like, okay, I want to be here. Just teleport there. I'm not having to deal with that person. So I don't have to sit there and snap my fingers like Thanos and end every people into dust.
I didn't even think of it that way.
Or delete somebody. Essentially, that's what he did. Was delete people. You're just like, yeah, okay, you're deleted. I don't want to do that because then kind of a villain instead of a superhero. So, oh god, well, that's like
nice talk.
Yes. I just thought about something, but then I was just like, this is a random thought. I was thinking about how ugly Red Skull is. When he turns around, it's just like it's just nose holes. Like it's just weird. Oh god, you just see nostril holes. It's weird. I just randomly pictured that when I was talking about Thanos, and I was like, ooh. But anyways, let us know what superpowers you would have. Who's your favorite superhero? Who's your least favorite?
Who gets the hype that you don't think needs the hype?
Yeah, don't let either of us be alone in that, so it's not like, how dare you talk about Loki that way? How dare you talk about Deadpool? Calm down. Not everybody's gonna like the same superheroes you are.
Mm-hmm.
That's the reality of it. If you liked this video, go ahead and give it a like, share it to all your other superhero fans, whether they be Marvel or DC, or whatever other superheroes are out there. I don't know, very many. Besides like those two franchises.
Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And thank you for joining us in the Chatverse. See you later.
Bye.